Good morning, everyone, and welcome back to our wonderful community here. Sorry for the problem in the previous video. I noticed that there was no audio, so I re-recorded this video for you. As you can see in this video, we're going to start talking about the subject pronouns, okay? So in this video specifically, we're going to talk about sentences, we're going to talk about pronouns, and we're going to talk about the subject of the sentence. So, are you ready to start? Let's get started. But before we start, can you tell me a little bit about you? How are you? What are you doing? What are you up to these days? So tell me a little bit. So let's start quickly with the video. Let's start first of all with the sentence. As you can see in this picture, we have too many words, and that is the meaning of the sentence. Now, if I ask you, what is a sentence in English? What does that mean? When I ask you to give me a sentence about a certain topic, for example, the sentence is a group of words that has many parts. When we join different words together, we form a sentence, okay? So we join different words, we join different nouns, verbs, adverbs, adjectives to form a sentence that has a meaning to deliver or to talk about anything in the world, okay? So the sentence is about, as you can see, a group of words that deliver at the end a specific meaning. Now, the sentence in English, it has many parts. The first and most important part that we should use in a sentence is the subject of the sentence. What does that mean? The subject of the sentence, as you can see, is the one who did the action. So we're talking about a name. In the subject of the sentence, we must see a name. We must see a noun, right? Because we're talking about the person or the animal or the thing that this sentence is about. So this is the meaning of the subject of the sentence. We're talking about the one who did the action, the one who made the action, okay? For example, Sarah eats an apple every day, for example. If I ask you who eats an apple every day, the answer would be Sarah. So Sarah is the subject of the sentence. So when I ask you about the subject of the sentence, you need to use the question who to know the answer. When I ask you, for example, who did this, or what the sentence is about. So the first and the most important part in the sentence is the subject of the sentence. We're talking about the subject, الفاعل, the one who did the action. For example, the alligator eats cookies and milk. If I ask you who eats cookies and milk, the answer would be the alligator. So the alligator is the subject of the sentence, is the one who did the action. For example, Adam plays football every day. Who plays football every day? Adam. So Adam is the subject of the sentence because he is the one who did the action. So this is the concept of the subject of the sentence, okay? So try just to tell as many sentences as you can and ask yourself the question who did the action or what the sentence is about. Now, let's move to talk about the pronouns. The pronouns, from the meaning, from the name, pronoun. So the pronouns, they are words that we use instead or in the place of the noun in the sentence. So the pronoun, it can be used as the subject of the sentence, which means that we can use the pronoun in the place of the noun in the sentence. We can use it in the subject part of the sentence, okay? For example, when I say, Sarah eats an apple every day. Who eats an apple every day? Sarah. So Sarah is the subject, but we have a name, right? A specific name. We have Sarah. Now, we have what we call the subject pronouns. These subject pronouns we can use instead or in the place of the noun in the sentence. So we can replace, بقدر أبدل, we can replace the name in the subject part with the subject pronoun. The subject pronouns are I, she, he, they, it, we, and you. These are the subject pronouns. So let's take a look at this example. I clean my room. If I ask you, who cleans the room? I, right? So I is the subject of the sentence, right? I am the subject of the sentence. So do we have a specific name? No. I is the place, is the subject of the sentence. We call it, this is the subject pronoun. It's not a noun, it's pronoun. Just like we replace ببدل the name with a pronoun. She eats candy. Who eats candy? She. So she is the subject of the sentence. She did the action. If I ask you, do we know who is she? No. So it's a subject pronoun. He studies English. He. Who studies English? He. So he is the subject of the sentence. They play at the garden. Who plays at the garden? They. So they is the subject of the sentence. It flies away. Who flies away? It flies away. So it is the subject of the sentence. We do our homework. We is the subject of the sentence. You buy a new car, right? You is the subject of the sentence. Now let's take a look at this picture to know when do we use each subject pronoun. If I want to talk about myself, look at this picture. He's pointing at himself. So I play soccer every day. I study English every day. So I is the subject pronoun that we use to talk about myself. If I am talking to you, right? If I am talking directly to you, we can use the subject pronoun you. You are smart. You are beautiful. Okay, so the subject pronoun you, we use it when we talk about if I am talking directly to you, right? Now look at this picture. If we are talking about a boy or a man, okay, we use the subject pronoun he. For example, he is short. For example, Ahmed is tall. We can replace the name, we can replace Ahmed with the subject pronoun, which is he. So you need to know that we use he instead of the name of the boy or the man in the sentence. So we use the subject pronoun he. We use she for girls or women, right? She is beautiful. We use it for cats and things, okay? الجمادات, for example, it is cute. I'm talking about this cat. Now look at this pronoun, which is we. We use the subject pronoun we when we are talking about more than one group, plural, and I am a part of this group. We are happy. I am with you. Okay, look at this picture. I am with this group. While we use they when we are talking about a group, but I'm not with them, right? They are happy. I'm not with them. Okay, so pay attention that we use we for a group, and I am forming a part of this group. They, we use it if I am talking about a group, but I'm not with them. Okay? And the last subject pronoun, which is you, we use it to talk also about plural, right? For example, you are beautiful if I am talking to more than one person. So these are the subject pronoun. You must know when do we use each subject pronoun. Let's take a look at this question. The question says you need to choose the best subject pronoun to replace the underlined nouns. For example, number 2, Naya eats cake. If I ask you who eats cake, Naya. So Naya is the subject of the sentence. Now we can use a subject pronoun instead of Naya, the name of the girl. So what we are going to use, it or she? For sure, we're going to use she. She eats cake. Jad helps his mom. If I ask you who helps his mom, Jad, right? So Jad is the subject. Jad is a boy, so we're going to use the subject pronoun, which is he. Now, my family and I travel together. Who travels together? My family and I. Do we have only one subject, singular subject? No, we're talking about group, and I am forming a part of this group. So we're going to use the subject pronoun, which is we, because my family and I, نحن, okay? The dog sleeps a lot. We're talking about the dog. Who sleeps a lot? The dog. So we have a singular subject, which is the dog. When we have a singular subject, singular animal, or one thing, we use the subject pronoun it, okay? But let's take a look at this sentence. The cats drink milk. Do we have only one cat or more than one cat? We're talking about more than one cat. So when we have a plural subject for animals and things, for example, we don't say it drinks milk. It drinks milk. No, because we have plural subject, so we're going to use they, because we're talking about a group, مجموعة, and I have nothing to do with them. Okay, so pay attention. If I am talking about only one animal or one thing, we use the subject pronoun, which is it. But when it comes to be plural, more than one, we need to use the subject pronoun, which is they. And the last example, which is Adam and Ali play football every day. Who plays football every day? Adam and Ali. So we're talking about a group, and I have nothing to do with them. I'm not with them, and I'm مش معهم. So we're going to use the subject pronoun, which is they. So I hope that everything is clear now for you. Thank you so much, and please stay tuned. See you soon.